My name is Josephine and this is the Confessions of a Bookaholic. So first off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. If you can't tell, I am Australian. I'm 14 years old and I love books. Reading since I was about in 4th-ish grade. One of the first books that I ever read that actually got me into reading was Coraline by... I can't remember the author's name and I feel really bad about it. Before that, it was all the Ronald Dahl books. Before the Ronald Dahl books, it was crappy little books like Geronimo Stilton, which is like a mouse. I don't know if they have that. Yeah. I recently got a job and now because of that I'm able to buy more books. This is my Kindle. I love it dearly. You'll probably hear about it later in some new video. I don't know how this video is going to turn out and I'm sorry about the lighting, but it is raining outside. Because of the expensiveness in Australia, lots of books that I adore that I literally don't even own. I'm going to do my wish list. My top 10. No, there's about 26. I'm not going to bore you, so let's get started. So I would show you these books, but obviously they're on my wish list for a reason, so I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to say them and it should pop up somewhere on the screen. I don't really know where I'm going to put it, but it will be there. One on my wish list is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I have actually been avoiding reading this book for about 3 years now, or 4 years. 3 years. I read it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, finally. I might as well tie the first and second book together. So The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer and The Evolution of Mara Dyer. The Evolution of Mara Dyer was so much better and I love it so much. It was fantastic and it's definitely one of my favourite books. And Mara Dyer is definitely probably my most favourite top protagonist. The second book on my wish list is Bad Girls Don't Die. I know it's a really cliche name, but it's probably my favourite horror books of all time. I love everything to do with horror genres, and if you're up that alley when it comes to possession and weird things, then it's your book. Number 3 on my wish list is Dorothy Must Die. I gave it 4 stars on GOODREADS and I really enjoyed it, to be honest. I love all those twist things where they change a story that you know well into something completely different, like Alice Returns to Madness. I did play those games. They're actually really fun. You should check it out. I'll probably put a link in the... On my wish list is Beautiful Malice, and I know it's not a very popular book. It is Australian and the librarian at my school recommended it to me because talking with your librarians is the cool thing to do. I read this book from front to back pretty much in a day or so. It's a really ugly cover, so I'm hoping that I can get a prettier one, but I was left bawling at the end of the book. It is heartbreaking and it's beautiful and the entire story is just amazing. So if you're into all that drama, messed up shit, then that's your book. Number 5 is Anna and the French Kiss, and no, I have not read it, which I do feel deeply ashamed of, to be honest, but I will get to it and I don't want to read it on my Kindle or a library book. I want to read it in physical form and I want it to be my physical book to read. 6 on my wish list is What's Left of Me by Kat Zhang, and I just realized that I haven't been saying the author's names, so I'll probably put that somewhere in the video. I don't know if Kat Zhang is how you say it. This is probably why I shouldn't say the author's names, but it's a book about where people are born with 2 souls and they have this thing where you settle, which is when one of the souls kind of like goes into the background and it loses control of the body and it ends up disappearing. And if it doesn't disappear, then you get put into a mental institution or something so that they can fix you. The main protagonist is 2 girls, I can't remember the names, but their souls are together and they make everybody believe for a few years now that they have settled when they really haven't. I don't know how I felt about the second book in the series, but I am looking forward to the last one called Echoes of Us. 6 or 7, I think it was 6. maybe I'll just make it 11. Number 6 on my wish list is Kill Me Softly by Sarah Cross. Book is kind of like a modern fairy tale thing happening, and it's really good. But they don't even sell it in Australia, so I'm hoping that I can get it online somewhere. Number 7 on my wish list is Vampire Academy. I own 2 or something of the books. I got them at this book sale where they're all secondhand and everything, and they're really cheap, but that was before I had read the books properly, other than when I was really young. Vampire Academy is a really good book, and I'm sure you've read it because everyone has, and it's hilarious, and I could totally do with having the first one. I know there's like a billion in the series, but if I just have that first one, then I'll be fine. Number 8 on my wish list is actually Coraline, because I don't even own it. I have it on my Kindle, but that's not owning it to me. Like, if you have a book on your Kindle, I don't even count it as owning it because I need it in physical form for it to be owned. I actually don't reread books, but it's one of the only books that I feel comfortable with rereading pretty much once every 2 or so years. Number 9 on my wish list is More Than This by Patrick Ness. I just finished The Knife of Never Letting Go last week, and I really enjoyed his writing style, even though it was really... well, the writing was really bad, but it was purposely bad, and I think it would have been a lot more difficult than writing in proper grammar. It frustrated me at first, but I think that he had to put a lot more thought into his writing than just the average author. Out of 10 on my wish list is Elixir by Hilary Duff. I remember loving this book, mainly probably because Hilary Duff is literally my idol. I've loved her since I was about 4 years old in Liz McGuire, and I followed her from then. I heard she's actually releasing an album this year, so that's exciting. I read Elixir 2-3-ish years ago, not read the last book, True, and I actually can't even remember what happened in Elixir or Devoted. I remember some weird soul bond thing happening. Because I couldn't remember really what happened in Elixir and Devoted, I do want to read it again, even though I don't reread. Because I can't remember it and I do want to finish the trilogy, I probably will have to. I don't want to reread it on a library book or on my Kindle, so I do want to own it, but I haven't found time or haven't bothered recently, and since things are so expensive, it's a little difficult. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and it was probably boring. I'm sorry for rambling, and if you didn't like it, then anyway, I'm a little awkward, I know. I guess I will get into this booktubing thing, and if you liked it, please like or comment, give me your thoughts. I will put all the information that you probably won't need or want in the thingamajig down there. Yeah. Subscribe if you would like to. I don't know, I just did the little thumbs up thing on the subscribe thing, but just do it anyway. Liking and commenting and subscribing will convince me to continue. If I don't really get much feedback, then obviously anyone would feel discouraged, but I'm hoping that I can continue on with this, and I move my hands around a lot, I'm sorry. See you on the flip side.